You're listening to the Beans and Dice podcast, a podcast about how we game.
Hey, welcome to the Beans and Dice podcast, a podcast about how we game. And today, I'm Carlos Rafael.
And I'm Michael Lorenzo.
And we're talking about 51st State, a card game based off of the bestseller, Imperial Settlers. We're going to do an unboxing today, live here today at Your Turn, a board game cafe in Zephyr Hills, Florida, right in smack in downtown Zephyr Hills, Florida.
Yes.
We're enjoying coffee, sandwiches, and
ambiance.
It's a beautiful place.
It is. It's awesome.
You don't see much of it right now because we're against the other wall, but the wall on that side has over 1,000 board games ready to play. But you can see by this wall, this actual brick wall, probably over 100 years old, is
history. It's history.
Yes. And what we're going to do is tear down some history. After the apocalypse has happened, we're going to open up 51st State. We're going to unbox it for you and show you what's inside.
Right. So this is my personal copy, but this game is available to play here, in case you're wondering. So we have a few camera angles we're gonna switch between. We're gonna try and center this as we go along. Look at that.
Oh.
You are ready, my friend. This is only adds to the stereotypes.
I was gonna say, it's a very Puerto Rican thing to have. We are the Beans and Dice podcast.
And yes.
You bring the dice, I'll bring the beans.
All right. So obviously, I'm not. Usually don't break out the old pocket knife for that.
I can't open the shrink without it.
I appreciate you bringing that. So let's do this. This is my first recorded unboxing. I don't think I've ever done this before. How about you?
I did one. With Nick Oben. We did Eclipse. We unboxed Eclipse. You know, it was just 2 years late.
Right. Well, I mean, it wasn't.
I'll take your trash.
It wasn't Nick's fault.
No.
It was the who?
This game has been on. I've been looking at this game for a long time. Armada Games has a copy sitting on the shelf, and I'm always looking at it. I love that post-apocalyptic look of it, the Mad Max feel of it.
Yes.
And now that I'm learning that it's from the same guy that did Imperial Settlers,
it's piquing your interest even more.
I like Imperial Settlers.
All right, so let's dive in here. I'm gonna put this over here like that. Hopefully it isn't going to cast too many shadows. And we're open in case of emergency. Oh, okay. So that looks like this is the board.
There's an actual board. I know this is mostly cards.
I don't know.
That's what I know about it.
No idea. So this looks like a sleeve of some sort. I'm going to see if we can keep this in frame. There we go. Oh. Okay. So in case of emergency, here we are. Anything on the back? Nothing on the back. A couple of stickers holding it in place. I'm going to push that over to the side.
Oh, these are the tokens, okay.
Yeah, so we got tokens. We know that it's a well cut out board because everything is just kind of falling apart there. So we're going to...
Here, we got the camera angle over here. We can zoom in.
That's true. We can do that right there.
So that looks like a score tracker.
Yep. We got tokens here. And just kind of get a little over there. And we're just kind of going to go through this and see. Let me get these out of the way there. There we go.
Looks like we got some tokens for you.
Yep.
Police tokens and arrows.
And then we got the player boards here. So we got the Appalachian Federation.
That's right. You're one of 4 factions in this game.
Right. And these are popping right out. So these definitely tell you that the die cutter was
quality die cutter,
freshly sharpened while that was getting cut. So Appalachian Federation, we've got the Merchants Guild.
Anything on the back of these player boards? So it is two-sided.
Two-sided.
I wonder if it's exactly the same.
Looks like the backside is maybe female characters.
Okay.
Same powers, but just male or female characters, which is kind of cool. I like that.
Took the extra energy to do the different versions of the characters.
Let's see if we can center those. There we go. Yeah, pretty cool. I like that. I like when they do that. We've got some arrows there that I'm sure fall into
Some kind of gameplay rule.
some of the gameplay rule.
What are the other factions?
What do we got here? Mutants Union and New York. Now, I will say, I know these are the only 4 in here, but Rob, he ordered, what was that new expansion for?
Atlantis? Amazons?
No, the one hasn't come out yet. He pre-ordered
Imperial Settlers.
Yeah, but it's like it's the newest
campaign, right?
Right. So he ordered that from Portal Games, pre-ordered it, and then there was 2 other factions that you can get for this game, and I had him add that to the order so I could have it.
Oh, for this game?
For this game.
Oh, okay. I'm not familiar with that at all.
Yeah.
That's something I have no idea about.
That's kind of cool. I like that. The mutants are pretty cool there.
Yeah, I like that. It's got kind of that a spiky-faced view. I mean, how else would you describe it? A spiky face.
A spiky face. That's I would.
That's a technical term.
It is. Okay, so single sheet for setup. Rules
This
summary.
matters to me. A one-sheet rules summary, quick. You know, we talked about that in our last podcast.
Yeah.
It's one of the things I brought up for gaming accessories. That's important to me is to go out and print out a summary sheet.
Absolutely.
Right,
Yeah.
and the fact that companies are starting to come out with their own summary sheets, that's huge.
Yes.
I don't have to go create one or find one on BGG. You know, just give
It's
me
all
the,
right
the
there.
quick and the easy so that I may have put your game away a month ago, but I know the basic rules.
Right,
I
but you
can
just
get
need
it
a
going
quick
again.
refresher. Yeah.
That's beautiful.
All right, so here we go. Goal of the game. There's our card. Oh, okay. Wooden pieces. We'll just go through here
We got a
real
rule
quick.
book.
And we're just going to go through this real quick. And if you
Yeah,
if
we're
you
just
pause the video,
unboxing this master sheet.
you can look at everything in more detail if you pause the video. There's a play. Okay. End of game.
Not a lot of rules.
No.
That was.
and
I
you
mean,
can
that
solo
was.
it.
That was really less than. I mean, that's the objectives. That's the. When we talk about
an
rules,
overview.
page 6 through page 11, that's 5 pages of rules.
Yeah. Not
That's
bad.
nice. That's
Not bad.
nice.
And if it has the same mechanics as Imperial Settlers, I would think that if you're familiar with that game, probably a lot of this game is going to be very familiar with it. Just a change of theme.
Would you say it's a better theme?
I mean, I like a post-apocalyptic. I like the dark apocalyptic as well as like sometimes they have like the colorful type.
Right.
I like that as well, but this is the type of thing that kind of draws me in initially. I'm more interested in stuff like those. How about you?
If I had to pick, as much as I love history, the Roman Empire, the idea of Imperial Settlers,
Right.
the fiction of a post-apocalyptic world is more in my line. That would draw me in more.
Yep.
I mean, Hiroshima Hex, there's an
Oh,
advertisement
I have
for
that one too.
I don't own the game, but I own the app, and it's definitely an app I play a lot.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
I probably should get the app. That'd get me to play it a lot more because there aren't too many people that I know that actually play
You actually
that
have
game.
the actual board game?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It was hard
with
to get
a bunch
for a
of
while.
factions too.
It was a hard to get game for a while.
Yeah, when we were at WinterCon,
Escape Winter?
Escape Winter, Portal Games was there,
Yep.
and they had like the base Hiroshima and every single faction that they've ever done for like a group price. Like,
I did not see that.
oh man, if I didn't own the game, I would have bought everything right then. But I already own so many.
I know
of
I
the
was focused
factions.
on playing games. I was focused on playing some historical games. I spent a lot of time doing like DBA stuff during that weekend. I missed that. I did.
All right, so let's see here. We got little meeples. We'll put those over
Yeah,
here. I'm
let's
gonna put a few
get
over
that
here.
camera
and-
going. So you got some people meeples for the factions.
Yep, got some gears. I'm sure these are resources, I would imagine. Some of these, and again,
I'm
I
looking
don't.
forward to the red meeples,
The red meeples?
the pew pew meeples.
Oh, the pew pew.
That pew pew life.
Okay, we got a few more there. And these are red.
Yeah, that's the one I'm talking
Handguns,
about.
it looks like.
That's right. That pew pew life.
Now
That little,
you carry.
that little
right?
pew pew life. I got a bunch of little red ones. Look at that.
Those look like Rugers, actually.
That's pretty.
Isn't that a beautiful thing?
It's nice when it's not a cube. I know as much as Robert loves games with cubes, I like my meeples to have shape.
Yep.
You know, to have a shape to them.
And a couple of gas cans there. Are these still?
Or they could be water. I mean, we're talking about post-apocalyptic.
Oh, that's true. It could be water.
Water's going to be important. I think that's going to be a real important resource.
And since it's blue, it probably is water. And then, what do we have here? Something orange. It looks like they're orange. Bricks?
There's plenty of bricks.
Protein bars? I don't know. Let's.
I'll grab this rule set and see what those are. So you can see the different wooden meeples available to you.
All right, so let's go back here, all right, to give you a number of baggies to take care of.
They are bricks.
Oh, they are bricks.
Literal bricks.
Look at that.
So it's fuel, iron, guns, and bricks.
Interesting. So we're gonna kind of push those off to
Iron
the
are the
side.
gears, guns are the red ones, orange is brick, and blue is fuel.
Oh, see, so it is fuel. I know what I'm talking about, man.
I want I want to play this.
I'm ready to.
This looks nice.
Okay, so I mean the cardboard. Let's talk about quality here. Cardboard is.
Here, I'll zoom you in. Show us a side view of that
It's
cardboard.
not the thickest. I've definitely seen thicker
No, it isn't.
cardboard. But
It's
again,
it's not unquality.
oh no, the quality is there. Like I said, obviously the die cutter was very sharp when this was done. So
And that matters because when you find a die cutter that doesn't do its job,
right,
you end up tearing that print layer off of the cardboard.
So this
nothing feels worse than that.
This is the kind of punch out where you can just go.
Yes. And that's cathartic right there.
And you're also it's like going to a therapy session to do stuff like that for me.
You know, Michael, the more I look at this rule book,
Yes.
the more I see that these 5 pages are a pretty large font. Mm-hmm. The type spacing is pretty far apart.
Pretty easily read.
There's not a lot of rules.
Not a lot of rules.
That's beautiful.
Yes, I agree. All right, so let's.
Being able to get into a game quickly is so important to me.
All right, so there's a few packs of cards here. We got 4 total. I'm just going to open up the card, 1 pack of cards, see what kind of GSM we're talking about here. All right, smooth card. I prefer the.
Okay, so these are not linen finish.
That's what I was going to say. Linen finish.
These are printed.
This is probably just under 300 GSM, I'm guessing. It's a white core, not a black core. But the print is real good. I'm going to sleeve it anyway, so it doesn't matter. But for those that don't like the sleeve.
See, how many sleeves are we talking about here? It said the content for this game, we're looking at 200 cards.
The artwork is
That's
really
not
cool.
too expensive to sleeve, a couple hundred cards.
No, that's...
it's worth it.
And also, Dan here, the owner, has I think he's a Sleeve Kings reseller.
Yeah, he is. He's a retailer for Sleeve Kings.
Yep.
So we're able to get those at a good price.
Absolutely. So the artwork on these are pretty cool. Check
Yeah,
those
let me
out.
check these out.
I probably shouldn't even be mixing these up. I hate doing this when, because you could always crack open the rule book and they're like, "Don't open this package."
Say, do not change order these cards.
Right.
I have a feeling this is not one of those games.
Probably not.
It's not like a legacy game we have to worry about.
Right.
This is this game.
Speaking of Imperial Settlers, we're recording and Rob walks in.
Yeah, he's the biggest fan of Imperial Settlers we know. So let's see here. Rob, we are into 51st State.
Have you played this yet, Rob?
I have not. I know it is a...
Same mechanics as Imperial Settlers. Yeah.
Yep.
So,
Y'all do it in a box?
yeah.
Yeah, we're
live.
Oh, sweet.
Well, not live, but we're recording.
Recording?
We're just winging it, man.
I really like this artwork.
Yeah, the artwork is really cool. I'm digging it.
Check out the gun shop, man. I mean, talk about like just throwing it out there. You know, this is
How long until that's changed?
Yeah. Art.
You can't change history, man. That's all I'm gonna say. All right.
Okay, so card thickness is not terrible. It's not linen finish.
Could be
Can
thicker.
let's see. Can Rob pop in there and say hi to the folks? Let's see. Yeah, there he is. Rob, stand up, Rob. Rob, stand up.
All right, we're gonna crack the rest open. Don't mix the cards up. If this was Aeon's End, we wouldn't be able to do that. Because
It does have the strip, the peel strip
I
for
like
each of these
that.
decks. That's helpful. The worst is when you get a set of cards, right, and they come to you, and they don't have that peel strip on there.
Man, that is.
And then you get your knife in there and you accidentally nick a card. I don't know if you've done that before. Well, I showed you my knife.
The funny thing is on my keychain, I have a sim puller, and I'll stick that right in the corner, like where the fold is, and then pop it. And that's how I avoid any damage to the
okay.
cards. There's a little.
I have a sim puller.
Let's get a zoom in on that. And we can. So you get yourself a sim puller that I always keep on my keyring, and then right where the fold is, you can slip it right underneath, and then pop it right through.
I do the same
cuts
thing.
The plastic.
It's
Well,
No?
I don't know how many sims you're pulling with that thing, but
not the same. Not the same.
not quite. And then you can just tear the whole top off, and you're good to go. But no, I do like. It doesn't even cost anything, from what I understand, to have the pull
That
strings
sim
on there.
puller.
No, the zip tie or the zip
Oh yeah,
pull
the card sleeve.
doesn't cost anything to add that. I don't know why more publishers don't do that. But
I'm trying to remember. Does each faction get their own deck, like specific to?
I believe. Speaking of Imperial Settlers,
Rob did bring.
Rob brought his
Imperial
copy. He never leaves home without it.
Compare.
Yeah, I can see it.
Yep.
I wonder if they're interplayable. If I can bring my New York faction against his Roman faction.
That would be interesting.
Don't think so.
Michael's walking you through some of the cards. He's
Yep.
just showing you some of the artwork on the zoomed-in camera.
And you can just pause it if you really need to look at any in detail.
He really cares about you, the listener,
Of course I do.
our one listener that we have. Subscriber number one.
Rob is our one
It
listener
is Rob.
right now.
Rob's mom is our one listener, our one viewer.
Yeah, these are cool. I'm now that I have this open, because I've had this for a little while. I'm interested to play it now. And again, I'm sure a lot of the mechanics are.
I didn't know that it was
very
a
similar.
game based off of Imperial Settlers. I enjoy Imperial Settlers.
I enjoy it. Go for it, Rob. Yeah, dive in there. All right, so then we also have, I got the 2 expansions with it. So we've got Allies and Scavengers. And
Oh, you're not going to open Bane first? I mean, this guy looks just like Bane. I mean, it's just. Oh, Batman!
You've come to defend your city.
Very similar.
All right, so let's see what we got in here. Okay, manual. Our instruction booklet probably adds a mechanic or 2. Scavengers State Pack number 1.
New card effects, so there are new effects.
Okay, cool. Very cool. Now these, let's see. All right, same back. So let's do, this is one thing that always bugs me, is when you get that one expansion, and then the colors are off on the back. And I gotta say, these are pretty close, if not dead on. What would you say?
I can't see a difference.
I can't see a difference.
I'm
So,
bang near 40.
This is the scavenger card here on this side, and
All right, we zoomed it in for the viewer. Viewer, can you tell a difference?
I don't think so. Those colors are dead on, as far as I can tell.
That's pretty nice.
Yeah.
I'm thinking like Champions of Midgard. I can totally tell my expansions to my regular cards.
Because the colors are ever so slightly off on the back.
What company was that? That was
Gray Fox Games.
Gray Fox. Come on, Gray Fox.
I mean, they're not the only ones that have that.
I love your game, but I can tell my Mountains expansion compared to my base set, and that's not okay.
A lot of them have said when you print another set a year later, the ink, you'll never be able to match it.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
almost impossible.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to go through a few of these again. You can pause it if you want to check those out in more detail. Again, this artwork I'm really digging this artwork. And I'm just going to thumb through here real quick and just pull a few out that I think look, oh, that
Max
one's cool.
damage.
Look at that.
Keeper of the scrap
Keeper
heap.
of scrap heap. Oh, look at this. You got the nuclear preacher there.
That's cool. I like that. I like that.
All right, very cool. Oh, and then the Bane character there. What's his name?
Oh, the
Demolition
Welch's-
Tommy.
Welch's grape.
All right, cool. All right, so that's the scavengers. I'm going to keep that separate just for now, so I'm going to put those back in the main box. And let's see. I'm digging these little tuck boxes. I mean, I always mix everything in together if it'll fit in the main box. I'll usually try and figure
I
that out.
struggle with that.
Well, certain games, you know.
How often when you go to teach a game, you don't want to include the expansions because you're afraid of adding too much complexity, and you got to go back and find all the symbols.
Yeah.
But then you never get use of your expansions.
But typically, and we always go back to Champions of Midgard because there's 2 expansions. You know, you got to look for those little symbols. Usually, when I put it away, I'll separate it right then. That way, I know as soon as I hit that first one with that symbol, all the rest are the base game.
I mean, you've witnessed how important it is for me to put away my game with organization.
Getting chills already, man. This is
Box, game, shoveling.
yeah. Put all this crap in there.
Squish it down,
All right.
squish it some more, put on shelf.
All right. Again, so this is the Allies.
Oh, we got tokens
Yeah,
in
we
this
got new.
expansion.
So this definitely has some new
Mechanics?
mechanics, possibly new components, definitely.
We got a recycle symbol. We got what looks like a nuclear type symbol, and then a chain symbol.
So we got Iron Gang influence, which is the neon green there. We've got the Sharash influence,
So these are the influence you get with different gangs.
I guess, and then we have the Uranopolis.
Europolis. I think they make an ointment for that.
Because you're standing far away from
Yeah.
Europolis.
Thank God I've never had that issue before. So let's go over to the other camera there.
Let's get into the
I'll
zoom.
just give you a zoom in on those.
I got tired of carrying one around.
And then again, these cards will have, see, and a lot of times, Seventh Continent they had that pull tab that was almost impossible to find on the side.
You end up rubbing the edge of the card. Right.
I
Like you want to throw
hate
up.
that.
You
This-
spent so much money on this, and you
mean-
can't even open it up.
I mean, look at this. You got the tab right there. I'm not even trying, and I've already got it open. I love that. All right, so let's look at let's get these out of the way.
We'll run through these cards. We want you to see it all. You can always fast forward.
And again,
You know, in YouTube, you just double tap on the right side of your screen. It'll fast forward past
yep.
this.
So here's the base game card back, and then here's the expansion.
Can you tell a difference? Viewer, can you see a difference?
I wouldn't be able to tell the difference if I was playing. If there is a difference, I wouldn't be able to tell one if they were on the table. And oh, look at that. We'll go through a few of these. Don't want to bore anybody too much.
Hazmat,
again-
Ravine.
Art, it's all very consistent artwork, which I love.
I think for me, what really today sparks the interest for this game is the idea that it uses the same mechanisms as Imperial Settlers.
Yes.
I'm big on enjoying different themes within a similar rule set. So I'm a huge fan. My top 10 games, maybe half of them are Command and Colors games, because it's the Command and Colors rule set spread across multiple themes.
Right.
So I don't have to relearn a rule set to enjoy
Right.
that
It's
game.
like one or two new little things that add on, or
to really make that theme stand out, right?
Right.
Changes a few things, but the basic foundation of the game is the same. As I'm
Exactly.
getting older, I'm having more and more trouble learning and jumping into new. I mean, this, 2020 will be the year I hit 40. So
Wow,
that's that
40,
benchmark,
huh?
right? Isn't that like over the hill, 40?
It's only a number, man.
40 is the over the hill number.
It's only a number. It doesn't mean anything.
And I'm feeling it. Like I'm feeling it for the first time. The struggle to understand new rules.
Yeah.
The struggle to pick up a game and quickly be good at it. To read small font.
Well, that I have an issue with, but that's only because I refuse to get bifocals.
So for me, what really interests me about this game is the fact that, once I've learned Imperial Settlers, which I have, I can jump into this game with just a few tweaks. That's
Most
huge.
likely.
That's
Most
a big
likely.
deal.
Maybe you want to shoot over to the main camera as we get ready to sign off here.
Yeah.
So, this is your first time seeing this game, my first time seeing it. I think we both would want to hop right in and join in a game on this.
I think we both could.
I think we both could.
Because the fact that we've played Imperial Settlers before, we enjoy Imperial Settlers. This is probably something with I counted it, 6 pages of rules. From page 6
to 11.
to 11. So 5 to 6 pages of rules. And boom, you're in the game.
I think so.
This is a good find.
And the quality, and the nice little wooden tokens that go along with the theme.
You got your bricks, your iron, your pew-pews, and your fuel.
And your little meeple guys.
This will be something that we will get to the table. You know what? We'll do a live playthrough of this one.
That would be cool. Yeah, we could do that.
So this is the Beans and Dice podcast. Today's unboxing of 51st State. I'm Carlos Rafael.
And I'm Michael Lorenzo.
We are the Beans and Dice podcast, a podcast about how we game. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.
Have a good day.
You're listening to the Beans and Dice podcast, a podcast about how we game.